Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to be comparing the current Southwest Florida that we have to the revamp that we are going to get. Let's hop right into the video. Okay, so for the first place that we have, we're coming down to Seaside Bar Grill. As you can see, this is probably one of my favorite buildings in the game, just due to kind of the exterior and how realistic it is. But if we actually come right into the revamp photo, this is what it's gonna look like. So obviously it's a lot more realistic than the current one that we have, and just judging off these photos, it kind of looks like we're kind of getting the same UI, but who knows. But yes, there's more outdoor seating compared to in the current Seaside Bar Grill. As you can see, it's mainly palm trees and indoor seating, but you do get some outdoor seating over here. You also have a dock over here with a boat, and if you come into one of the other images over here, if we come on out of there and come right in here, as you can see, we do get another like boat dock sort of deal, just like so, compared to the last one we didn't. I cannot figure out how to get the heck out of here. Brother. So yeah, Seaside Bar and Grill is definitely getting a big upgrade. Our next place that we have, if we come up here, is actually going to be the dealership. Now, I do want to put some notice into the exterior, and I'm sure they haven't finished it yet, but this one actually looks really good. It's got some reflection on it and some very nice windows to add a lot of openness into the building, with a bunch of car displays. Now, as far as interior goes, let's just compare these two real quick. This is the exterior on it. Now, it does look pretty good, and I'm sure with the rest of the map filled in, it'll look even better. But coming right back over here, if I can't, hold on. We do have some interior car displays, just like so, and I think that does add some, like, variety with the Porsche, the interior definitely does look like it's very well finished compared to the current one that we actually have in game. But if we look at like the mechanic shop area, I don't know. This one, I think I like the interior on the revamp one better, and I'm sure that's gonna be the same for a lot of opinions, but just the comparison of the two, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I think it's safe to say that the revamp one wins this one as well. Our next job that we actually have is going to come down here to Fintech. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this Fintech looks actually really good in my opinion, especially the main CEO office, just like so. But as far as like these little partial offices right here, so they're kind of the quad offices, I don't know. If we come right on here, these definitely look better as far as the quad offices go as well. And these are the two comparisons to the current versus the revamp office, and I'm not gonna lie, as far as like charts go, I kind of like this one better, but as far as realism goes, this one definitely wins overall. Our next building that we are going to be comparing is the RW Bank. Now, as you can see, this is kind of the current main station, like the main desk area, the main interaction people, and this is kind of the exterior. But if you come on over here, comparing it to the revamp, which is the bank of money, this one definitely looks far more realistic than the current one that we have in game, just right here. And if we look at the vault that we have currently, it's kind of realistic, but it kind of looks like it's from 2019, 2020. So if we come over here to this photo, just like so, it definitely looks a lot more realistic compared to the one that we already have right now. Now we are finally getting to the emergency services jobs, which is the police building. Now this one, definitely on exterior, it looks like they put a lot of work into it, but I'm just gonna be honest, it doesn't look too realistic compared to the exterior of this one right here. This is gonna be the exterior of the police department that we do get in the, what's it called, the revamp. And judging based off of this, I think it's the plants that really get me, but this building is very realistic. Now, coming on into the interior here, as far as lobby goes, I don't know if I'd come here and be like, oh no, there's a criminal robbing Studrac. you know, like, am I coming here or am I going somewhere else? I'm probably gonna go somewhere else, but in the new revamp that we are getting, this is gonna be the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be the lobby to the police station / sheriff's office, possibly. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but this is gonna be the information side and the records side. So definitely this is a huge step up, and I'm quite excited to see the role plays that we do get compared to this. And if we actually come over to the jail cells here, these are the current ones that we have. You get a toilet and a nice bench, a nice concrete bench. So, but if we come right here to this is going to be the jail cells that we are getting. Now this is a huge step up, maybe not inside the jail cells, but exterior wise, these look great. I'm not going to lie. These are very, very realistic doors and windows, just like so. Our next place that we are going to be comparing is actually going to be Bubmart. Now, if you don't know what Bubmart is, it's basically the grocery store of Southwest Florida. It's basically one of the only ones besides CVC Pharmacy. But if we come to the interior, it's actually, they did put a lot of detail into this, but for this we're going to be focusing on exterior. So right here, pretty realistic concrete beams, I'm not going to lie, with a stop sign and a nice crosswalk. But if we come right over here, this is going to be Valley Corner Neighborhood Market, which is actually replacing Bubmart, sadly. Let's get a slight rest in peace to Bubmart here. But anyways, if we come over here, this is definitely very realistic. We haven't seen any interior leak images on this, so it's definitely, we'll still have to compare those two as well in a different video, but definitely more realistic as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it gets really fun, because it's kind of crazy how much the revamp changes everything. But heading over to the apartments. Now, this is the current apartment pull-up that we have, which is, I'm not gonna lie, not that great compared to this. I mean, come on, who wants to pull up to this when you could pull up to this? I mean, there's a pretty big difference here that, you know, I mean, look at the roads. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little much. Now, they did put a lot of work into the apartments here, and you'd think it'd beat the revamp with how nice everything looks, etc., like the beds and stuff. But if we actually come over to the revamp here, what's it called? Well, tab works. There we go. Just like so. Control 2. Look at this. This is gonna be one of our master bedrooms, I would assume, that we get. Now, let me tell you something here, okay? That's very important to note. If we come right over here, this is the current bed that we have. Now compare that to this bed that we are going to get. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And then as you can see the current map out there, which just looks absolutely insane. This is the current kitchen and living room that we currently have right now, but if we come over to the revamp, I'm not gonna lie. I know I've said that a lot of times this video, but look at the couch and look at the kitchen. It just looks so good. So much better compared to this. It's just incredible how much of a comparison there actually is. Our next location that we have that we are going to be comparing is Studrac. Now, this is the gas station that we currently have. These are the gas pumps and the exterior look of it. It looks pretty good. But if we come to the revamp, as you can see, the pumps are way more realistic. Let's get that straight first. I mean, look at this. You get both diesel and just regular gasoline fuel, unleaded. And you get 87, 89 if I'm correct, and 91. I'm just at a loss for words with how realistic. They even tilted the, what's it called, the barricade things. That's crazy. And the windows on this just look so good with the security cameras and the lights and the clouds everywhere. But basically, if we come into the interior of our current one, it is far bigger than the one that we are getting, which is which I thought was kind of interesting, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, they did put some detail into it, but if we come over here, this is gonna be the Revamp one. It's definitely smaller, but more realistic in a way, like it's more 3D. I do wonder why it's kind of smaller than this, probably just because no one really goes in this one that much and kind of has less roleplay options. They even got talkies down there. That's crazy. Next up, we have the hospital, which would be all the way up here. Now, this is the current hospital that we have, and I'm not gonna lie, it is actually pretty big with a lot of space in it. But this is the new Revamp hospital we're getting. It looks a bit smaller, but definitely more realistic, like I've said in all of these. It looks like we are getting street names in Southwest Florida, which is really nice, because now we can let people know where we actually are. And it kind of looks like there's a parking garage right there, versus the parking in this back one is just this. I know, it's a little disappointing. Now, this is the interior lobby that we currently have, the LHS Hospital right here, but if we turn our attention more to the Revamp, this is going to be one of the main lobbies that we get inside the Urgent Care TVL Memorial Health Urgent Care Hospital. I don't know what I just said there, but we're just going to rock with it. I do want to also mention the room quality. So this is the current room that we have, and you get a TV, big TV in here. You get a lot of things, but if we come over here to this one, this is going to be the room that we get. Now, listen, people, I'm sorry you don't get a TV. That just sells for me. I mean, come on. If I'm going to be injured with a broken leg, how am I going to watch TV? They aren't going to give me my phone. I'll tell you that. They're going to be like, "Oh, no. You got to rest." Where's the TV then? I'm just saying. As you can see in here, though, you do get a computer probably for the doctors, but maybe at some points you can, like, sneak in and just be like, start watching YouTube or something, you know? I mean, I don't know how injured your leg is or your arm or whatever is, but that'd be a funny roleplay thing. You also get a sink, paper towels, and other doctor stuff that I'm not smart enough to know about. Next up, we actually have the firefighter building / location, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty realistic on the inside. You do get that. Also, if you want to know how to place more than 10 cones in Southwest Florida, go watch this video where it is linked up in the top right corner right up there. But comparing that to the firefighter building or the fire station that we are getting in the Revamp, definitely more realistic. I've said that in all of these compared to this one right here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it still is realistic, but maybe not as realistic as the other ones. Now, this one we're actually coming back to Fintech for, and I know you're probably thinking we already reviewed Fintech, but this is actually going to be the parking garage. Now, at the entrance here, you just got a little opening with 4 yellow poles, and then you just get parking that goes up, but you do get a ramp and a drifting spot so that way you can go off the ramp and kind of do a fun jump, if you will. And if you come over to the Revamp one, it is, yeah, far more realistic and detailed. I'm gonna say detailed now because I said realistic way too many times, but if you look at that, we've got an exit and 2 enters. I'm wondering if we have to pay for parking now, so like it's like a certain time limit, like you can only park there for, let's say, 10 minutes and then it starts charging you or something like that. That's how most parking garages work, I think, but I think that'd be a really cool feature that we could possibly see in a future update. Maybe not when the Revamp comes out, but definitely in the far future. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I saw this one was coming back, I was so happy when Strigid developers or whatever sent this one out, because guess what? We are coming back to Jeff's Pizza again. We are not seeing a leave to this one. So this is the exterior of it. I'm not gonna lie, it's very plain. I mean, I'm just gonna say that compared to this, it's very plain. Because this one you get outdoor seating. Not as much outdoor seating as this one, though. This one's got a little bit more, but coming to this one, not so much seating, but definitely looks more realistic. than the others. Now this is the interior of ours. We do get 4 tables with booths and etc. This is like the back of ours. And then you do get 2 cash registers, and you get a TV in that corner right there. But if we come on over to the interior of this new one, it looks far more detailed. Like I said, it's very detailed, and it's definitely, yeah, I mean, just look at it. But I do like the table styling of this better. I do like the layout of this one better than this one, if that makes any sense. Our next location, and I'm not gonna lie, this one, I'm kind of shocked to see it come back, but this is replacing Starblox, or the cafe that we currently have in Southwest Florida. This is the exterior of it, and I can see why a lot of public servers, everybody's hanging out here. But this is gonna be the revamped version of Starblox, Super Coffee Co., or short for company, basically. It's got a lot more outdoor seating. I can see a lot of people chilling out here as well, but dang, this is so realistic. And if you come over to the interior on this one, it's something else. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. It's just, I mean, look at this. There's cups in there. I wonder if you'll actually be able to use those cups, but comparing it to the current one that we have, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The coffee makers over here are something compared to the coffee makers over here specifically. I'm just pointing that out as something cool. Now, don't get me wrong. The Starblox that we currently have is pretty cool, right? But I just want to put it into perspective that we've had this for 2+ years, and it's kind of getting a little old. And for the last one, this one might be a winner for me, but we are coming to the off-roading area where you can basically off-road your vehicles like I'm doing right here. It's just this vehicle isn't that good for it. Maybe get a Jeep or a Ford for that. But this is one of the current off-roading areas that we do have over here. And comparing it to this, I don't know. It's hard to know, because if you want to really go for it, I'd say the current Southwest Florida is better in a way, but if you just want to kind of have fun with any vehicle, then this is definitely the way to go. Now, if you come over here, this one, when I saw it, I thought the plants looked real. I mean, all this basically looks real, just kind of in a pixelated more tone, but definitely, this is a cool off-roading track compared to the one that we have right now, and I do want to bring that as well for something like over here in a way, like this river crossing, something like that. It kind of reminds me of that, or maybe if we get it from the other angle, reminds me of that somehow, like something like that compared to that. But I don't know. Let me know your guys' opinions down in the comments below, but I definitely like the current Southwest Florida's off-roading section better than the revamps, if that is an off-roading section. But it did have the ATV over here just like so. So, I don't know, there could be a different off-roading section that we just haven't seen yet, that we'll probably see in the future. I do have all the photos links down in the description below, or if you just want to search it up yourself, it's the official Southwest Florida website on the Revamp page. But if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe, join my Discord server, get my all new merch, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.